Hi
Hey
everyone.
Today we are. You have to actually excuse the lighting. It's
Yeah, we
really
tried
bad.
with the curtains open. It was too bright because it's really the sun's shining
Yeah,
too
it
bright
was
through the
so bright.
window.
My face was so white.
We shut the curtains and put the main lights on, and that made us look orange, didn't it?
Yeah, and I had a lovely little setup just behind me, and it was just But we've
Yeah.
got Eeyore and Winnie the Pooh there, so sorry. Anyway, today's not about that. Not about Winnie
No,
the Pooh or,
no.
or Eeyore.
Today is about our ABBA review
ABBA review.
from many weeks ago.
Yes, we went to see ABBA Voyage show.
We've seen ABBA a few weeks ago.
Yes, a few weeks ago. I was poorly, so we couldn't. We had to delay this. So
Well, you-
do a little review today of the show. We'll try and not give as many spoilers as possible, but
No.
we just want to generally talk about the show and what we liked, what we didn't like, if there's anything. Obviously, this is my second time seeing it. This is Jack's first.
Yeah.
We also took his mum and dad. And I think for me, I think I was more excited for you guys to see
See
it.
what our opinion was on
because
it.
yeah, I loved it the first time I saw it so much that I wanted to go again. Obviously, I know your mum and dad are a big ABBA fan.
Oh yeah. Well, as you saw. From
Yeah. You like ABBA.
Yeah. I go.
I grew up with ABBA basically, so we both made little lists actually
Yeah.
on our phones.
We'd have loved to have shown you inside.
we would have loved to have shown. I can actually put like a little picture up of what it looked like before the show started.
Yeah, that should be alright.
Yeah, but nothing. We really weren't allowed to take pictures or videos, so not to ruin it for everybody else. We're gonna start off with. Well, should we start off with the venue?
Yeah,
that's like the main.
Yeah, because it's
Ah.
obviously they built it especially for ABBA and for that concert. I think it was really nice.
It was really good.
Considering it's like I suppose a pop-up stadium, you could probably call
you'll probably
it.
see it in the thumbnail. Like a picture
Yeah,
of it.
but yeah, it's really really good. The
It's
entrance,
like a weird shape. It's like
it's like a
what do you say? It's like a hexagon. It's like
it is a weird shape.
Yeah, it's like all like projection on it. Let's say ABBA on it.
Yeah.
I want to know like your first reaction of when we walked into the venue.
But
like,
it's weird, isn't it? Because you I suppose when you go to a concert, you're obviously expecting like a load of barriers, ticket entrances, but it's very spacious, isn't it?
Yeah, it was so funny because we were getting checked by security and our tickets.
Oh,
and stuff like
yeah.
that. And his mum just literally
And
went.
Dad, the mum and dad, because we were lucky because we obviously had all four tickets. Mum and dad had just walked straight on through. I don't know how they got through security. Just walked straight on through.
I think they were just
and
so
we
excited.
were there with all four. We were like, "Well, where's mum and dad gone?" And they'd already, going up by the merch and stuff. And we were like, "Well, we got all their tickets here."
And when you first walk into the arena, I can only describe it as like a 70s barn dance. That's what it looked like. Like it's
very
all wooden
barn dance, very wooden.
There. There's lights everywhere.
There's probably like 2 or 3, maybe 4 different bars, stands thing in there. I think was there one, or was there 2, or was there just one merch place?
I think there's 2 or 3, but we were only sort of on one side of the venue, because we knew there was there was also an entrance for B and A. I knew this from last time that I wouldn't get food there because it was quite pricey. I think it was like £11 for like a hot dog.
I think the drinks were quite pricey from what I could see as well. But they do all sorts. They did like cocktails. They do alcoholic and soft drinks as well. So plenty of drinks for everybody really.
But overall, the arena is really really impressive. When they open the doors as well, there's like it's like entering a spaceship. Is the only way you
because they push
it.
out a bit of smoke as well. Don't they? At one early on, it was like blimey.
I would like to know what they're going to do with the arena once. Is it going to end? I don't know if it will end at some point.
They kept extending it.
They keep extending it, yeah.
If it's popular and if it's busy. I mean, it's probably the only one in Europe. I would imagine it's probably the only one in the world. I'm not sure. I can't fact check that.
Yeah. And I guess, because if they're not going to keep ABBA there, will they have other acts using that technology in the future? Because if that arena is made for like that technology, will they have it for other acts in the future?
It's not a massive arena, but it's big enough.
And I think that was something that shocked me the first time I went.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be bigger than what it was, which was fine.
A lot smaller inside,
which was fine because it was actually quite. It was quite nice. I thought
it's
that
nice
it wasn't.
And intimate.
It wasn't rammed with like 50,000, 100,000. No. Oh, blimey. 1,001. The ABBA Arena has capacity of 1,562 seats.
Wow. That's actually not as many as I thought.
I don't know, there's a 3,000 capacity. Oh. 3,000 person capacity made up of 1,000. Oh, right, yeah.
Dance floor.
Because there's a dance. Yeah. This video is going long.
Yeah. There is a dance floor. Yeah. There's also dance booths at the top.
So it's got 3,000 capacity, 1,650 seats, and then the rest can go on the dance floor because it's quite a big. Yeah. You get quite a big of.
What you said.
You have got in the arena quite a lot of space for those that wish to participate in the dancing section, which is by the stage.
Mind you, your dad was getting up and dancing, and he was in the seats. Yeah. Spoken about the arena, obviously we'll talk about the staff now. Even the security guards were nice. They basically just said what you have to do.
Go here, enjoy yourself. There's the bars. There's the place to get the merch from, and we were obviously waiting to go in, and a nice lady came up to my mum because she had a stick, and she said, "Oh, getting the disabled people in first."
Everyone was pretty much going in at the same time.
Yeah, anyway. Everybody came in at the same time anyway. It was just that we were ahead of the queue.
In the front.
Yeah, it was just we were at the front of the queue.
Yeah, and we had seats anyway. So,
you get your seats. It's not like a random seating thing in that arena. You actually do get, what row you're on, what number you're on.
We found that really lovely of the staff.
Yeah, just came up to us. We didn't ask.
She was.
We didn't ask for it. We didn't request it or anything. It just came up to us. Saw Mum had a stick and went, "Yep, come on, you got to go to the front." And we were like, "All right, okay."
We'll mention as well. This can be into the staff category. It didn't happen when we went this time, but I obviously last time I went, they gave us a badge.
It wasn't really badge, did they?
They gave us a free badge, and it says First Voyager. If I can find it, I think it's in my storage.
I didn't get a badge.
So I was expecting everyone to get a badge again this time. Oh, come here.
I'll
get you a badge.
You give me a badge.
I'll get you a badge. Yeah. We'll probably talk about the merch actually. Now, when I went, was it last year? Yeah, I think it was last June I went.
Yeah. Really hot, wasn't it, when you went?
Yeah, it was really the hottest day of the year.
You and your dad went, didn't
you? And I will say I wasn't impressed with the merch last time. There wasn't there was a lot of things there. No, t-shirts, designs weren't great, my personal opinion. And they didn't have very big sizes. I mean, I need it. But...
No.
They only did size large, but it looked like a small, if I'm being completely honest. But I will say, I had a look on the ABBA Voyage website prior to us going, and it looked like they had some new stuff in. And I was like, oh, I wonder if that's going to be there.
Yeah, well, when we got there, you were like, oh, they've got a lot more merch.
They have a lot more
So
merch.
I don't know. To be fair, when you went, it was still only a few months.
Yeah, I think when I went, it was only been a few months.
Yeah, so they were probably still settling in and probably getting used to things, and then the merch probably came at a later date. But there was a lot of merch. There was a lot of tops, hoodies.
I didn't get any at the time because skint.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we didn't have any money at the time to actually get the merch. But I actually might go on the website and get some.
There was all sorts, weren't there?
Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of designs now.
Like I say, hoodies, tops, t-shirts.
It is quite pricey, but then you expect that of artists. I think
it's normally
I think it was
days.
20 quid for a pair of socks, which I probably won't get. Not my thing, but but yeah, overall I'm impressed now with the merch. It wasn't to begin with. They've definitely sort of upped their game in terms of
I can't comment because obviously I went.
I even noticed they had bigger sizes as well. Yeah, so I don't know whether or not they had some
because I didn't
comments.
go. I didn't go when Nicola went last year, so I could only judge it from when I went the other week.
So
but,
yeah. But keep a lookout as well, because I might, when I do buy them, I might show them up, because there's a mug, ABBA mug I want. Another mug to add to our collection. Let's talk about atmosphere, because also we've already mentioned a little bit about what it's like, what you felt when you walked in there, and like what I know my feelings of like what I felt the first time. What did you think when we first walked in there? We sat down. Obviously, they play some music.
It's very surreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you are looking at a screen. There was that forest thing, and a bit of music playing in the background, plus the smoke.
The music was really nice. It was very calming.
Yeah, it wasn't like blasting out or anything.
Which I find quite funny because like as soon as like the show starts, everyone goes nuts.
Yeah.
And so it's gone from like people being in a calm state of like ooh, to like yeah. But I did find as well like the music kept getting a little bit louder. And there was like
I suppose they were building.
There was like somebody, there was like somebody running through like the woods, and like you remember your mum mentioning there's somebody running through the trees.
Weren't it?
What about the atmosphere when the show started?
That was good. I think it all, everybody was on their feet, weren't they? And the dance floor was rammed. To be honest, I don't think they could have got another person on there.
No.
In a safe way, obviously. It was a complete sellout, but it was good atmosphere. There wasn't any idiots.
No.
It was a nice atmosphere. It was a good atmosphere. You know.
I felt like everybody was there to have a good time.
Yeah,
and everyone was very like polite to each other.
Yeah,
and not like like you said, nobody was being like
nobody
horrible.
was being an idiot or anything. It was a good atmosphere.
We'll do the set list now. Obviously, we don't want to give any like names of the songs, and technically because we don't want to like give things away for people who are seeing it, but I will mention that they do some songs from the new album, that Voyage album that they released, and they do some older ones that we don't necessarily know, or not me or you necessarily. I don't know if like your mum and dad your mum and dad knew quite a lot actually.
Dad knew some of the older ones that I'd never heard of in my life.
Yeah, I knew like the bigger hits. You do
though, don't you?
It was actually quite surprising some of the hits that they didn't have in there. We won't mention which ones, but I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
Ones I didn't notice that they didn't have, which they didn't have last time. And I did notice that I heard rumours that they were going to update the set list, but they didn't.
Oh, was it the same set list?
I'm pretty sure
it
was the set list the last time I went. The fact that they have songs that probably are like B-sides or like rarities, rather than having like all the major hits. But when they did have the major hits, it kicked off, didn't it?
Oh god, yeah.
It literally
and that brings it back to the atmosphere.
People went nuts, and it was so lovely for me to see your mum and dad like go nuts.
Well, dad got on his feet and
he was dancing
Mum obviously
everywhere,
couldn't much, but
it was nice to just see them sort of. It's like they went back to their like teenage
years,
and
years.
it was like they were teenagers again. But yeah, the set list is really good. Anyone who's an ABBA fan will
they'll
appreciate the set list. Let's just say that
it's the songs. They'll be playing your favourites.
Pretty much, yeah. You will not be disappointed by the set list. Even like the newer songs. What are you doing? You always do weird things with your face.
Because people love the weird face.
Oh, there he goes again with his stupid face.
Stupid.
You won't be disappointed with the set list. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it'll be fine. You'll enjoy it.
Let's talk about the costumes.
Okay.
No, let's talk about the costumes. If you can remember what they were wearing.
So they wore clothes.
I'm glad they wore clothes. Could you imagine? That'd be a different kind of show.
I don't even think I put costumes on my list. No, I didn't.
It's your typical ABBA costumes that you expect.
Yeah.
And I think actually, one of the guys, I can't remember, mentioned that the costumes weren't always his favourite.
Yeah.
But,
a lot of the audience were wearing them.
I know, actually. A lot of people, like all the fans were dressed up. It's so nice to see.
A lot of the fans were dressed up in the costumes that
there was people like
ABBA
silver wigs on, all the shebang and
the whole shebang outfits.
I did notice on one of the, I can't remember if it was like in the second section of the show, I guess they call them avatars technically, that's what they are, they're avatars and holograms. They were wearing actually LED. Do you remember that? LED lights on their costume.
Yeah.
So every time they moved, it like sort of moved with them.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really impressive. So yeah, that's pretty much our thoughts on the costumes.
As you would expect, I think, from an ABBA concert. I think
screen projectors. The screen projectors, I would say, they were really impressive because they're obviously wherever you're sat in the arena. You get a good view from wherever you are.
You do feel like they're in the arena. To be fair, you do think they are the. It's not like, because I was expecting, well, from personally, I don't know if you felt it. I was expecting it to be more obvious. That they were holograms or they was through a screen, and that the battery's low on the camera.
Oh no! Don't.
I think I just mentioned it before the battery died. I can't remember. I was expecting it to be more obvious that they were projections, and I was expecting it to be more obvious that it was a screen, but it wasn't, which is good, because it does make you think they're actually there.
I know the first. I remember when we went to see it before, and even when I went to see it now, the first 3 songs, I'm literally like. Just sat there like
it is. You've got because your whole mind and eyes are adjusting. and you're like, what?
And I love the thing that I like about it the most is the way that they react. They can like react with each other, like the girls are like spinning around and stuff like that, and you think you would notice if something was a bit like off,
screeny,
screeny basically.
Projector.
It's not, and like the way that they interact with each other, like and the girls are on like the pianos and
and he's on the guitar and all that sort of stuff. But no, like I say, considering it's all holograms and screens and everything, you don't feel like you're watching it on a screen. It's not like you're going to the cinema.
Impressive.
It is. It does.
I will say the only time that you sort of do notice it a little bit is when you look at the screen projections of their faces, if that makes sense.
I think
there was certain moments where you could tell that they were sort of plasticky, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because there was obviously some because obviously the screen is all the way across, isn't it? It's like a wide.
The screen is all the way
around the arena, not beyond. Well, I think it's beyond.
No, it's not behind us.
But it's very much all the way around. You can see it from wherever you're sitting. And there was obviously some times where it would go on a close up to, their faces, and that's when you could probably tell that they're not actually there. But if you're looking at it directly at stage where they are, you can't tell. You can't tell the difference.
Because when they first come up, obviously no spoilers or anything, but they do come up in a silhouette sort of way, don't they? And they do look literally like they're in front of you.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they did it.
No, it's clever. It's really, really clever. But yeah, projection. Yeah, it was good. It was great. Because.
That's my only sort of like criticism.
No, I think I wrote the same.
It's not enough, and not enough times in the show to put you off or anything.
Sorry, I'm just getting rid of my notes.
I will say this is my only other thing. I mean, I think I mentioned this to your dad, and he disagreed with me a bit, but the only other part about the screen projections is I thought there was a lot of screen projections. There was less of them on stage and more screen projections.
I've put there was a mixture, but it needed more live than VT stuff.
Yeah, VT stuff. Yeah,
that was my note.
They did have a lot of that.
Yeah, it was very. There was a lot of songs where it was like you were watching a music video on the screen.
Yeah.
Rather than.
I mean, they were brilliant.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
The music video that they made was great because there was quite a few songs. It was the same video, wasn't it? It was the same.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ruin it, but it was like a story, basically.
Yeah, there's basically like a story. An animated story.
Animated story, but a good 5 songs. No.
Yeah, there's probably a good 5 or 6 songs in the show which are
where it would follow that story.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe more live.
Maybe more,
things,
live where you actually see them on the stage
rather than that story.
So
but the story was fine.
Yeah.
That's not like a big issue. They've got to mix it up and have a variety. I think because I think you've got to when it's a hologram performance just to mix it up a bit. But it was still good. Don't think of this as
no, it's not. It's definitely not a criticism. Even though I said a criticism, it's not a criticism. There was a live band.
Yep.
On stage with them.
Did the music come from them, or was it?
Yeah, the music came from them.
Right.
And then it was just ABBA singing
ABBA
along.
singing to their music. I mean, that's clever, considering, I mean, you've got to sync that up really, really well, because you've got to know, because it is a video, in theory, of the holograms. It's a video, it's pre-recorded.
Yeah.
So that music has got to be spot on to the actual,
It's been,
to the T.
It's been very well rehearsed.
Because if you make a mistake on the music, that could potentially ruin the whole show. If you're just a second or two out, well, that's it. Because it's obviously they're all holograms. The ABBA performance is a hologram. That's clearly a video. So if the live band were off by a second or two, it would make the whole show look odd, wouldn't it? Because they'd be performing. I do like the fact that the band do get a little bit of their own. Yeah, there was. They got.
We won't say what song it is.
I can't even remember what the song was.
I remember,
but it was really good. But yeah, the band were excellent to get that spot on with all the pressure and knowing they've got to sync to the performance from ABBA. Yeah,
they
brilliant.
Were outstanding.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
I think it's probably my favourite part of the show is the lighting and the effects.
Oh, brilliant!
It was brilliant.
I must admit,
from literally like
minute one
when
they
opening.
bring down the thing.
Yeah. Well. Do you remember at the beginning of the show, before they came out? I can't even remember what song it was that they kicked off with, but there was literally like strobe lights and it was going all round.
Yeah, you followed all. Yeah.
Yeah, and it went round
all the way around the arena in like a 360.
Yeah.
There's like what was those things that come out of the?
There was like mirrors.
Mirrors
that come down from the ceiling.
But it was like a lighty. There was lights within.
Yeah, it made like lights hit the stage and hit around the arena. They'd move as well, so it would like literally rotate.
Yeah.
So it was a bit like a mirror ball when you see like a mirror ball and it reflects light over things, and that was pretty much what it was. The
lights and the effects of that was brilliant from first minute to last trailer.
And then my favourite part was near the end, I think it was, where those things would come down from the scene. They were like little balls. Do you remember they were like little balls and they'd light up?
One was wondering what they were. Actually.
Yeah, they go up and down. It's hard for us to sit here and describe it
without giving too much away.
Yeah, it's got to be experienced, I would say.
So buy the tickets.
Yeah, definitely.
Go and buy the tickets.
I would go see it a third time.
Yeah.
I would literally go see it a third time.
Your dad's going next year.
My dad's going next year. And this will be his second time. And I've heard like people who've said that they've gone like 2-3 times, noticed something different each time. So I think I got to enjoy it a little bit more this time because like the first time I was just more stunned. I think that's like all the notes that I put on my phone. And have you got anything else to add?
No.
Overall, we really, really enjoyed the show. I enjoyed it the second time round. You enjoyed it the first time round. I enjoyed it. Yep.
Parents enjoyed it, so it was a good night. I definitely recommend it.
I definitely want to take more people. I'd love to take my mum.
Yeah,
I think she'd love. Mind you, my mum, she doesn't like loud music, so she's like, I just think the show needs to be seen by everybody. I think it's like.
I reckon it'll last a few years.
Yeah, well, I think this is already its second year.
Yeah, I honestly think they'll carry on.
People
are buying the tickets. It's selling out regular. Why get rid of it? You know, ABBA like that.
So anyway, that's our review for the ABBA Voyage show. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you again.
See you
sometime
in the future.
Yeah.
Bye.